Good morning, campers, and welcome back to the Cut the Camera podcast. It's
The one and the only.
It's one of your hosts, Nick Sturniolo,
Matt.
and Chris. Yes, and I'm going to let Matt explain what we're going to be doing today because he is the founder of this idea. Founder Matt.
I wasn't the founder of the idea.
Founder.
No,
No, you came up with it. You founded the
I just wrote it out.
Imagine being the founder. You were of the one
something.
who wanted to film this episode mostly. Like, you were like, you thought this would be a good idea, so I'm just letting you
It is a great idea.
I'm letting you take your cake.
All right, so as you guys know us, is as YouTubers and as content creators, as influencers, however you want to call it. I don't mind any of those titles. But before we were YouTubers, me, Nick, and Chris worked 9 to 5 together at a grocery store on the East Coast called Star Market, for those that haven't seen any Star Markets around their neighborhood. But it's
just like blanket statement. Sorry,
I guess I'm not gonna.
No, you are.
No,
I
go
just
ahead.
have one thing to say. But blanket statement for those of you that are like, what is Star Market? It's like your local Ralph's, Albertsons,
That's
like
literally
Vons.
like what I was on
Like,
the
yeah, it is.
edge of saying.
If you have no idea what we're talking about throughout this episode, when we refer to Star Market, think of it as just your local grocery store. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Matt.
So me, Nick, and Chris worked at a small little Star Market all together at the same place. Nick got his job there, I think, like half a year before me and Chris. And Nick worked there, I think, maybe like a year and a half, and me and Chris did like a year. Something like that. And today's podcast episode is going to be about talking about our experiences working that.
For some reason, I can't stop
job.
smiling today. I know, what a smiley day for you. But yeah, with like working in service and customer service like that, there leads to be so many stories. So many people have delusion. So many people are crazy. So many people are fun and kind. And it's just like you encounter a lot when you work at a grocery store. So we thought today would be a really fun podcast episode topic because you don't get to see us in that standpoint. And
Sometimes I want to go back.
I don't. Just for a day. And it was something that was fun and we can recap on. So,
All right, so
let's kick it off.
the first question that we had that I just accidentally answered before even reading it, but how long did we each work there?
So I got the job first. I don't know what was, don't make that face.
I know
I don't know what
was
was like the drive for me to start.
Well, I don't know
before
what
Matt and Chris.
Chris's little thing was, or why
I just
he
wanted
did it.
money.
I just had really bad anxiety at the time, and I just knew I needed money at some point in my life.
Yeah.
So
I remember working for like 6 months before
I was
you
about
guys.
the bread too.
I paid for everything for Chris for like 6 months straight.
Incorrect.
That is true.
You just had more money than I did. Well, I paid for everything for
Therefore-
Chris to this day because he just leaves his wallet at his house.
Not
at the house.
true. I
Yes,
use
it is.
Apple
Or
Pay
like in the
now.
car.
Sometimes.
Oh, they don't have Apple Pay, Matt. Ooh, and then you're just asking.
What
for it.
doesn't have Apple Pay nowadays? Good question, but some places
Everything
don't.
does. I feel like I'm
unless-
always buying.
I don't know
new
what
shit.
inspired it, but I started working before Matt and Chris. Then
I
they
don't- I
started
remember-
working right after me, and I was working there for a year. I worked there for a year and a half total. I remember I didn't want to work until Nick worked a little bit because I was like, I want him to like go deal with
that's
shit.
what it was.
That's what it was. Like I
Yeah.
wanted him to like tell me about it, like get back to me on if that's gonna be beneficial.
I think the craziest.
like I kind of sent you there.
I
to
think
just,
the
like,
craziest.
work a little bit and then come and fill me in and let me know if it's like a good idea.
Okay,
or
shut
not.
up. I think the
Wow,
thing that was
rude.
crazy was
Rude guy.
we knew a lot of the other people that worked there already. Like that's why we went to the certain location that we were at. And I think the crazy thing was when me and Chris started working, Nick and our, I don't know, what was she, manager?
Don't know who you're talking about. I'm gonna
Our
start. We're
friend's
gonna have
aunt,
to
our
give.
friend's aunt. Was she?
We're gonna have to give a lot of code names this episode.
Yeah, we
referring
are.
to guests. So just you guys, we can all get onto the same
All right.
page if you just
Okay,
use that.
Stephanie. Nick, who is Stephanie? Code
I don't know.
name.
She had a high up position.
Yeah, she had a high up position. I think she was like the floor manager. So out of,
You're boring me.
well, I'm trying to get to the point, but you keep interrupting me. So
I
want to
start
longer.
a riot and go back there, and I'm gonna tell all of our fans. I'm gonna say everyone raid this Star Market.
Please
Don't
do that.
never
Me
do
and
that.
my
tribe of people behind
So,
me are gonna
I think
never
the
do
crazy
that.
part was when
never do
when
that.
me and Chris
it's
started
a shopping spree
working-
on me.
Let me know
all
when you're
your
done.
apples, all your oranges,
Hey,
all your fruit.
we have like
Hey,
so many things
all
to
your
talk about, and
cereal.
you're just like not even.
Fuck it, lottery tickets. If one of our fans will win
No.
big. Chris,
Let
do
me
me
know
a
when you're
favor
done.
and stop speaking. Go
So,
ahead, Matt.
I think it was crazy that when me and Chris started working there, Nick and the lady Stephanie, that was the floor manager, not her real name, code name, but that was the floor manager, was trained me and Chris when we first started working. Like being trained by your brother was like a crazy little thing.
I was such a good employee.
I
know
remember
say this all
like
the time.
not knowing any of the vegetables because I didn't eat vegetables growing up. Like I wasn't too fond of them. I didn't enjoy them. So then the first ever customer I had, I was like scanning all the groceries and it's like all this stuff with barcodes. And it was like, oh, it was like a apple. I was like, that's easy. Duh, apple. So I put in like the apple thing, scanned it, whatever. And I got to garlic and I didn't know what a clove of garlic was. Like a thing of garlic, and I'm holding it up in like the bag, like looking at it like it was like some type of mystery item. And I asked the guy, and I was like, "What is this?" He goes, "Oh, garlic." And then I just put it in. And
You
like,
want to know what's
That's
like,
like
quantity.
top tier most
but I
embarrassing
did.
words
I
that
had
I've ever
no
left your
idea
mouth.
what garlic
You
was.
want to know what's
at all.
crazy?
Like I
In
never
the
used it to
system-
cook.
Wow.
I was
the-
like 15 years old
in
or
the
14.
system.
So then I just
hold
put
on.
the garlic through.
In the system,
But that's how
when you're
I
like,
learned what garlic
okay,
is.
let me
I
know
will
when you're
never.
done.
Shut
You
up.
need to stop. Okay, here's the thing. This is something that you're gonna learn today, and for
I
like,
promise
all
you.
other
I
podcasts.
promise you.
episodes.
I
Ready?
promise you. I
Matt, sit
don't
back,
care
breathe.
this much.
Ready?
So
Okay,
it's good.
well, I care. You
No
always
worries.
go like this. You always go, yeah. So the other day, blah blah blah, this that, and then you keep talking like that. So you leave a break for me and Nick to start a new conversation, and then it's just, and then you keep going, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, the thing that's really fucking embarrassing is every single vegetable in the store had a stock image of what it was in the thing.
in the system.
So all you had to do is go look, you idiot.
Different. They put like numerous garlic, and then the tinted bag is
you guys
throwing
know
me
that
off.
garlic is in the onion
Tinted
family?
bag. I did know that.
I don't fuck with garlic at all.
I fucking
Kid, you don't even know what garlic
love
is. So
garlic.
stop talking about
You
it.
don't
Garlic-
even know what you are.
Garlic's like my
Like-
favorite thing ever.
I learned so many things in that
Garlic bread provides me more happiness than most things.
store. I
on this
learned what a
earth.
star fruit was.
That's good.
I learned that the stoplight bag of peppers is green, yellow, and red. Did you know that? It's like a pack of big peppers, and it's like
Bell peppers.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You get the fucking gist of it. And it was like stoplight peppers, and it was because it was green, yellow, red.
That's awesome.
I bet you
Who
just learned
cares?
that.
I knew that.
No, because I was just stunned one day. I read it. I was like, stoplight peppers. And the lady was like, oh, yeah, red, yellow, and green. Or, yeah. And I was
You
like,
can't drive either. You
I
don't know
was like-
peppers. You don't know garlic.
This is reflecting your poor like level of intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know
this
that
is
now.
reflecting your poor level of
Okay,
intelligence.
so,
oh, thank you,
saying.
Nicholas. I appreciate it.
All
I'll
right,
take
let's
that
get-
into account for
Let's
when
get
I
into the
continue on this
yeah,
pod.
Let's get into the stories.
Let's get into
here.
the meat and
Fucking
Who wants to
potatoes.
nerd.
s- all right, so we all started working there.
Oh, meat and potatoes, grocery store pun.
We all got into working there. It's a habit now where we got our shifts, blah blah blah. We're starting to work. Who wants to tell the first crazy story that happened at the store? Like just like one of your stories. I feel like
I
I,
don't
could go
care.
first if you guys.
Go ahead, Matt.
Okay.
Rip the Band-Aid off. Stop asking us shit. Just
All right,
do
so
it.
yeah, like Nick said earlier, there's gonna be a lot of fake names for a lot of fake or a lot of
You're
real people.
killing me with how often. Like, I feel stupid the way you just over-explain
Matt, just do
everything.
it. Like ignore
Just
him.
get it
Just
done.
go. You really do have to like just.
So we had school from 7 a.m. to like 2:30.
Nuh-uh.
So our shifts
Chris.
didn't normally start. Mine and Chris's shifts, we took the night shifts, didn't normally start until like 4 p.m. So we'd go home after school, go there. So I was there one night, and it was just me working with, I think, two other people at the store, and I was working the service desk. I didn't want this, but that's fine.
Nice sip of water for Matt.
I was working the
I want one.
I was working the service desk, and this was like a year and a half into me, or a year, like 9 months into me working at the grocery store, and I'm working the service desk, and the manager dude that was always at my knife shifts,
My least favorite person on this earth, arguably.
terrible human being, really bad at his job, terrible at his job. So some lady walks in, and she goes up to the service desk, and she's like all flustered, like in a full panic, and she's like, I don't know, I need this, blah, blah, this is that. And I'm like, calm down. What is it? What's going on? And she was asking me if there was any way that she could look at the security camera footage that we had, because
I don't remember this.
Neither do I.
on the side of the building is where all like the employees normally park their car, and then the front is where like all the customers normally park their car. She had been parking where the employees park when she goes to get her groceries, and not like in like where the
Following. Go.
yeah. Somebody keyed her car in the parking lot.
Direct.
And she goes up to me at the service desk, and she's like freaking out all about her car getting keyed. And then I was like, I have no idea. I've never seen the security cameras in my life here. I just work at the service desk. I'll go ask my manager. So I go upstairs and I go to ask our manager. And I was like, hey, this lady wants to see the security cameras because she's saying somebody keyed her car outside. And he goes, is she hot? And I said, I don't know. I was like, how old was I? Like 14? I was just
older. 14, dude. That's child
Like
enslavement
16,
at that
yeah.
point.
Okay, I was like
I'm kidding, because I
16.
said 14 a minute ago. Honestly, might
Chris,
have been 14.
shut up.
It was just
We're
weird.
in a fucking podcast, you moron, and I have a fucking mouth and a mic in front of my mouth, so I'm gonna.
It was
speak.
just-
Matt, you need to speak
Idiot.
up.
Okay, it was just really weird that he was like asking me if this lady's hot because she was probably
Yes.
like 40 and I was like 16. And I was
You
like,
could still have an answer.
okay, I could,
Just hate to
but
say
I didn't want to have an
Okay,
answer, whatever.
go.
So I said,
It's not weird
was
that
like,
he
I don't know.
Like, it's weird that was his motive to go help
I was
this
like,
young
oh,
individual.
I was like, oh, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. It's like very personal opinion.
dude.
And then I go back down there and the lady like asked me what happened and he just never went to help this lady get
Same
her.
exact experience with the same exact manager, and I was working the service desk as well. I was working the service desk like before Matt, and I trained Matt for the service desk. For those of you, really quick, brief explanation. Me, Matt, and Chris were cashiers at first. Then I got upgraded to service desk, and then right before we quit, like the last 3 months, Matt was upgraded to service desk. Chris never made it there.
I never liked the idea of like being a young teenager, like 16, helping all these adults with their grocery problems. Like, kid, I'm going to school tomorrow morning. Go figure it out yourself.
Valid point.
You're
But
like 46 complaining
with
to me
that
about
being
your
said,
like, beans.
some lady-
like, get out of here.
With that being said, some lady came up to me, and it was like around Thanksgiving time, and she was talking about turkeys or something, and there was like a deal on like baby young turkeys, like the
Oh yes,
small
young turkey.
the small turkeys.
That
Like,
sounds like a
if it was about
karate name.
young turkey.
I am young turkey.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Nick.
But if the turkey was below 7 pounds, there was like a sale, right? But if
Okay.
it was above, it wasn't. And it was like 7.8. But it was this turkey this lady like heavily desired. So she had asked me if I could ask the manager if like he could run the sale through on the 7.8 pound
young turkey
Something
price.
stupid. I don't remember the exact scenario.
Obviously
Same
not.
exact thing. I call up to the office, and instead of going up there and asking him, she was right in front of me, and I was on the other side of the desk looking her in the eyes. So I call his office. I'm like, hey, this lady has a question for you. Like, can you come down and answer it? And he goes, is she hot? Says the exact same thing. And I'm gay and 15, and I'm standing there. I'm looking at her in the eyes, and I'm just like, I don't know. I have no clue what to do. And he
what
goes,
is your desired weight of a turkey? Just curious.
I don't have a desired rate of a turkey, but this lady's was 7.8.
Okay.
So
Matt,
he never came down
don't
and
have
helped
to
me,
do
and
it.
I can't remember how I came to a resolution. But he would always ask, like, if you asked him for help to do your job, he'd ask, "Is she
But
hot?"
okay,
if
but
it was a woman,
back to my
before
story
coming
real
to help.
quick. I remember like after that lady just left and I told her like, oh no, like I can't get you to the security cameras. Sorry, blah blah blah. And I said that to the lady, and then I found out like 3 days later he just kind of asked that, but no matter what, he couldn't show her the security cam footage because it was like something like legal. Like the only way that she could do it is if she filed a police report. And she wasn't going to, like, I didn't think she was going to fully go through that. So either way, she wasn't going to be able to see it.
He just
But
added
he just
problems
made it,
to
like,
your life.
really extremely difficult for me
Yeah,
to figure
that's
out
awesome.
with this lady.
That guy was a tool.
Another story about this guy, me and Nick, when we were, Nick was training me for the service desk too, because once I got there, he, like, helped me with that.
It was me, you, and another woman.
Yes, and the other lady is really nice. Great
Love
lady.
her.
But, me and Nick were working the service desk, and in order to, like, what was it? Like the cash in the back?
In order to get money like out of the safe to give to the
I feel
cashiers
like
or
we're
something,
giving away all the secrets.
We can.
I don't know, but
Do you have travel plans this summer but nervous about speaking the local language? We've got you covered with Babbel. You can learn the words and phrases you need to know for your summer travels in less than 10 minutes a day. Babbel is designed for real people having real conversations. All of Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. Imagine ordering dinner, navigating public transportation, or being able to ask someone how their day was without consulting translation apps on your phone. Babbel has inspired us to pull out our passports and get serious about exploring new countries and cultures, and we can't wait to hear where your Babbel adventures takes you. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/triplets. Get 55% off at babbel.com/triplets, spelled BABBEL.com/triplets. Rules and restrictions may apply.
In order to get money out of the safe of the back or something, they need to like withdraw it and like write a check or like sign off on it to say like, oh, this amount of money was moved from the safe in the back to like cashier's number 1, 2, and 3, whatever.
But the only people that could sign off on the checks to move
with
the money
authorization were the three store managers
there. And the asshole dude that was working there at the time,
least favorite person.
Me and Nick were like, okay, somebody at the cash register ran out of money because they were giving like all cash back all day, and we went to get a check from the dude to get safe out of the service desk, and he signed it as Satan instead of his real name.
Yeah. So the woman who trained me for the service desk that was with me and Matt when I was training Matt, her job was to like go to like. Part of her job was to like count the money or something and basically account for like all those signed checks and stuff. So she was going to do that and it was signed off as Satan. So she like had to report it and he like held a grudge and wouldn't talk to her for like 6 months.
That bro needs to be evaluated instantly.
Immediately.
Intense evaluation needed for that guy.
He was crazy. He was also just like rude, racist, and homophobic as well.
Nerd, loser.
No, because I remember he would also just like one of our coworkers sings and he was like talking about how like he was just like, oh, the music he like sings is gay. Like he sings gay music. I'm like, what is gay music?
Dude,
like,
that guy's just like
it. Yeah, like he was crazy.
He's losing his mind.
He was like, yeah, he just listens and sings
I remember
gay
seeing him and he
music.
always just thought he was cool, but you're just like weird, dude. Like
Yeah.
you're like all nerdy and shit.
He forced me and one of our friends we worked with as well to watch. Like he was like, this movie's sick, and he forced us to like watch a sex scene of a movie.
That's lit. Shout out to him.
And we were like 15 and 16.
Like, dude, he's strange. Like the guy's weird.
Yeah.
He
He used to get mad if we wouldn't do our job, but he would like show us movie trailers and shit like during my job. I'm like, you're a psychopath.
Such a nerd. I remember when he had like his car that he really liked, and he would like park it like down the street so no one touched it with the cart. Like,
yeah,
dude, all right, go kiss it after or something. I don't know.
Literally.
I remember when I used to hide cold cut turkey sandwiches under my cash register and eat them.
What?
Dude, okay, whenever we had break, I would go get loaves of bread from the bakery and slice them down the middle. And then
I know how to make a fucking sandwich, so that wasn't my question.
Let him get there, Dick. Go ahead, Chris.
Like, go ahead. Go, Chris.
It could have been pre-sliced bread.
It wasn't. Now go. You sliced it and then what?
And then I got 6 slices of cheese and 6 slices of ham or turkey, depending on how it's
Turkey's better.
And the one what I hated is I had a 15-minute break. When you work like less than like, what is it, like 8 hours?
7, I think.
If it's less than 7 hours of a shift, you only get a 15-minute break instead of a half hour. And I'm there for like 6.5 hours in a 15-minute lunch break. Like, you got to be kidding me. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then I wowould go on my break and I'd fucking run to the deli because like if I didn't get my shit fast enough, I wasn't eating lunch.
No,
that
but
day.
our deli guy was a talker.
He was a
talker, dude.
talker.
Like, I'm like, hey, can I get a slice of cheese? And he's like, there's so many cheeses here today. Like, you sure you just want this cheese? And then
I remember he used to try and
school? How's
convince-
this? How's that? And I'm like, bro, I have fucking 5 minutes left on my timer to put up a fucking triple-double and eat a sandwich. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. And then he's fucking talking his life away.
Dude, you want to know
And
what's
then he
crazy
gave
about
me
that, dude? I'm airing out everyone at that building. When me and Nick used to work the service desk, I don't know if you ever experienced this.
He tried to convince us to go out to eat at Hooters. A very different story that you could touch on that.
No,
in a
that
second.
was crazy.
No.
Wait, can I get to my
I was
sandwiches
gonna
here?
say he used to go to Hooters with his mom to watch WWE.
That's what I was gonna. I was about to say.
What a life, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
when people called Star Market to like talk about different things or like complaints that they had,
I feel really bad we're doing this right now.
I don't give a single
Are you
fuck.
ever going back?
Yeah, I'm doing my fucking
Okay.
takeover.
Dude, me and Nick were working the service desk one day, and you have to answer every single phone call that comes through to that phone. And you have to be like, hey, this is Matt Sturniolo. It's Star Market. How may I help you?
I would lie when I answered the phone.
Bro, his
Literally like,
shut up.
you got eggs? I was
dude
like,
that
let me
Chris-
go check.
Chris, the dude that worked
All out.
the dude
Hung
that
up.
worked at the deli, his mom would call all the
Stop
time
being mean.
to like check in on him.
Stop
No,
being
she
rude.
wouldn't even check in on him. She'd
Complain
instead of
about shit he had
texting-
going on.
Instead of texting his personal fucking phone or calling him personally, she used to call the store to tell whoever was on the service desk to tell him what they needed at home for groceries.
It was
she'd call
insane.
oh, can you tell him that I need like toilet paper, we need paper towels, and to bring home like it'd be like, dude, leave him a
It's
text.
like insane.
I remember when you would work at the service desk. If I had the day off, I'd call the store and be like, "Hi."
I remember that.
Or like when I was with a friend, I'd be like, "Call Star Market," and Nick will answer. And then we did it, and it was all funny. Anyway, I used to get all my cold cuts, and I would hide them under my register, and then I would make sandwiches. And then as like my night went on, I would just eat on it, like while I had no customers.
Yeah.
Like I'd just like
Okay,
down, and I'd emerge with like a nice club sandwich.
I gotta say this real quick before we get
It
into
was
another story.
it was so worth it.
I don't know if anyone watching this is gonna be from like a corporate owner or some type of shit with a Star Market or any type of grocery store.
I don't like where this is going.
Let your employees sit the
Oh.
fuck down.
let them sit while they check.
I was
people
like
out.
19. I'm fucking 20.
20,
I was
yeah.
19 last year. I was 16, facing the worst pains of my life.
In my legs, just
I was just
pain.
like sore, uncomfortable, sweating. Like you couldn't wear shorts. You have to wear like
Yeah,
sweatpants
you gotta wear
or something.
black pants.
Black
every day.
pants, ridiculous. I would always wear my Star Market button up over a hoodie.
Me
so I'd be
too.
like extra sweaty for some reason. I don't
Me
know
too.
why.
I don't know why I did that.
Hated my name tag. So goofy.
I loved
Never
mine
wearing
because I had
that.
like the 1 year pin. Like I
Oh,
got my
you're
pin,
cool.
and I was like, oh, this is
1
lit.
year. Imagine going by and seeing 15-year-old Nick. It's like 1 year. I'd feel terrible.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
It's
kid,
like-
you just were born. Like,
Really?
go
No,
away.
yeah, I was
no,
in, like,
literally.
fetus
I look.
stage
I see
working at
photos
Mark.
of me working at Star Market, and I literally look like I'm like 9 years old. I'm
Yeah.
like, how the fuck? Like, I would literally have felt bad for myself if I was going through the line. I'd be
Yeah.
like, wow, this kid's like 9 years old. This is insane. But yet again, I did look 9 till I was like 15. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, what did you say before that led to him saying that?
the dude
Cold cut
mom
sandwiches.
with Hooters.
Oh yeah, no. He would just like always go to me and this other girl that we worked with. She had the coolest name ever. I'm not gonna say it, but
I don't remember that.
I'll tell you later. But me and her were always sitting in the service desk and working together, and he would come over and just like try and tell us like he'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to Hooters with my mom. Like, you guys should definitely go one day." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "It's just a fun experience." Like telling me all about Hooters and like that it's
So
like,
You know what's funny is
weird.
me and Matt have never been to a Hooters in our life, but Nick has.
dude.
I think that's the funniest thing in the world.
And I went
Yeah.
with two
I'll never
girls.
forget. I can't even say what you said that one time. I don't even want to say it.
I'll
Remember?
repeat it. You
Like,
know,
dude,
no,
setting me
remember?
up big.
we were driving by him.
Big setup right there. That's
No, because I
crazy.
can't air out me and Nick.
Oh yeah, so you're just gonna
No,
make,
you have to
you just
say
made the
it was
most
both-
outrageous statement to like blindside
It was
me.
both while me and Nick were in like talking stages of relationships, and we were in the car with our mom and our
Oh, yeah.
dad,
I
and we
remember
drove
that
by
bit.
a Hooters. And Chris goes, "I want to go with Matt, Nick, and then this two people me and Nick were talking to, and we can all go to Hooters, us fucking 5." And I was like,
I just thought it'd be hilarious
Like
if
a
like you
double
two
double
were on
date
like
and Chris to Hooters.
and 2 gay men.
that would
Yeah.
be
Like,
awesome.
bro, what do
Gay
you?
men. Oh yeah, because
I
I thought you just like
What?
came out on the
No,
pod. I was like,
no,
wow,
no, no,
that was
no.
crazy.
Yeah, but like that was insane. I
All
was
I gotta
like,
say, Hooters tater tots are lit.
"You been?"
Dude, this is how it
Yes.
started.
Oh yeah,
I went to the
shit.
Hooters with Michaela
watch
and Victoria.
WWE?
Not to watch WWE.
Oh,
Great experience though.
okay.
Was it
It's
yummy?
just like I don't like being in there because I don't like the vibes
just
of like
Gross.
I
dude.
don't like the
Do you think
vibes of
they
like
knew
the
you were gay?
gross. Dude, I was like 11. It didn't matter.
Oh, shit.
No, I wasn't actually. I was in like
You had to be like
I was
15.
like a sophomore or
Yeah,
junior in high
okay.
school. But I just don't like the vibes of like the gross men there. Like just seeing the men attempt to flirt with the Hooters employees, and you know that they're just trying to make their money.
I love when they just,
I don't.
they're
I'm
just
just like, I
making
love
money.
that vibe. Like this woman doesn't give a fuck
They
about
don't.
you.
I don't
She's gonna
think the
pretend
guys
to
there
care. understand that like these women get paid to like flirt with you or like
Yeah,
lead
no,
you
and they
on.
tip them a lot.
I know.
Yeah, I don't get it. But
Anyways,
anyways,
away from the Hooters subject.
yeah, that was crazy.
I remember
that
when
we got to
we had that new kid, that employee that was
New
at,
Delhi guy.
yeah, and he walked through my line. He's like, "You eat a lot of candy. You should try Adderall."
I remember that.
Literally,
Yeah.
because I went through his line to buy candy. Obviously,
Yeah.
I used to have a candy like every day.
Yeah.
When I was getting like a Snickers, a Pepsi, and like a Hershey's, and he's like, "Wow, you have a lot of sugar. You should try Adderall."
I remember that.
Yeah, that was
And
wild.
I was like 9. I'm like, dude, what?
Our age is all messed up in this pod.
we were like 14 to 16 throughout all. No, 15 to like 17.
Dude, nightmare.
Nightmare.
Oh, Nick, can you can you
Like when
talk
I'm
about
16,
your,
I want to play Legos and open gifts. Like I don't want to fucking
Open gift.
like I
This
just
is
think of like
giving
Christmas.
gifts.
Like oh, you're young.
Okay.
But
Nick,
like
can you talk about the Snapchat memory you have?
Let me pull it up.
It's actually fucking
So me and Matt were
hilarious.
talking about like what are we going to talk about on the podcast, and
you should tell them about the Yelp reviews as well.
You should let him.
I will. We were talking about. So today, me and Matt were talking about what we're going to talk about on the podcast, and I was like, you know what? Let me go look through my Snapchat memories, like on the map of where the store is, to see what what inspiration will strike. And I found this Snapchat memory of bathroom graffiti, and Matt was like, "You absolutely need to talk about that."
So funny.
So, hold on.
We had an employee bathroom in the back, so this had to be some type of employee wrote this on the wall. We just don't know who, but it looks like it was like sketched in with like a key or something.
Oh my
like in the
God.
wood.
Oh yeah, no, it's a pen. It's a pen.
Okay.
It's a pen in the bathroom. It says, "Time is the enemy."
The
The only thing in the
that's
bathroom,
all
I
it
had a
says.
photo of it in the bathroom.
I bet you I know who that is.
time is the enemy, and I'm pretty sure the bathroom was only accessible by like our.
I bet you that was our
coworkers.
like best friend there.
Oh,
I think that's
yeah.
him.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it makes so much sense to
That
me.
shit is so
yeah, that
funny,
was
though.
wild.
Time is the enemy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, right. I was like, wow, this is shocking.
On the toilet too.
yeah,
Okay,
What was I
wanna,
gonna say? I was gonna say something.
forget.
I want to say
No,
my crazy
Yelp
story.
reviews.
Oh, this
I
is
always used
hilarious.
to Google the store the store we worked at and look at the Yelp reviews to see like what it was like. And some lady like snitched on me to her husband about like how terrible my service was as a employee. She was like, the dude wrote it for his wife, which is first off like you're weird leaving
Yeah,
a negative
I
Yelp
agree.
review for a place you never even stepped foot in. Like your wife was this emotional about my service that you had to fucking file a Yelp review. Insane. Anyway. Yeah, file like he's taking me to court. But he literally goes like he was like poor service from the young man in the morning shift because I'm open at like 6 a.m. I'm fucking tired. I probably slept like 3 hours the night before. He's like poor service, did not greet my wife, the only customer, like in parentheses, like get out of here. And it was like was on his phone, this, that, blah, blah. Wasn't even on my phone. I'm like on my phone at the store because I don't care. Then once I have a customer,
Yeah.
I'll put my phone down and be like, "Oh, hey, good morning," and scan your groceries.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna stand there attentive, like waiting.
Yeah, and
for
I don't
the
know
next
about
customer
like
to
some of
arrive.
these people, but I don't care if whoever's checking me out at the grocery store says good morning, hi, how are you? I
Yeah,
just want
scan
what
the
I want.
groceries, I mean.
yeah.
Do you remember the woman that was allergic to like technology?
All too well.
Because that
I
just reminded
remember.
me of that. There was this woman who was obsessed with hot chocolate and allergic to cell phones.
I do
And
remember that.
She used to, weird fucking person. She used to go in there no matter the weather in the same massive
Winter coat,
puffy
right?
winter
Yeah.
coat.
No, I remember her because I used to do like if I had a quick equation I had to do to like get change or
No,
something.
that's
I'd like
literally
whip
what
out
I'm
my phone
saying.
real quick.
Literally what I'm saying. She used to always buy excessive amounts of hot chocolate and then
Oh my god, it
return
makes sense that you would always pay with cash now.
Wait, hot chocolate and always had a winter coat on.
Yeah.
So this lady's just
Yes.
chilling in
Maybe
December.
she's like Miss Claus or something.
Oh
and we
my
just don't know.
God, that's
But she
probably
used to
it.
always come in and
And
buy
she doesn't want to see kids on their phones nowadays because it ruins Santa's job of getting them toys.
maybe.
We just discovered it. That's
But
Mrs.
she
Claus.
used to come in and buy a lot of hot chocolate, and then I was working the service desk, and she'd come over and return some of the hot chocolate sometimes. And so she was doing a return, but she also wanted to like buy something else and buy a lottery ticket or something. And I was working the service desk, and I had to do all those things. So I was using my phone as a calculator, and I pull out my phone, and I was like, I typed into it, and she goes, "Kid you not." Like gasps and pushes away. I'm like, "Oh my God, are you all right?" And she was like, I hate to see that. It's simple math.
She was so appalled
Simple
by
math.
She was
I
so
was like-
appalled by phones and technology, and like she would always have like books and articles and like
Yes, and she was like, "It's simple math."
like lady,
I was like-
grow up, buy a phone, and mind your business.
So I went to the back and I grabbed the like a calculator, so I didn't have to use my phone. And then she got mad that I was using that and the cash register. I'm like, you need to get
And
out
also,
of
what?
fucking.
It's not like simple math when you're like returning something and she's buying something else and she wants like a scratch ticket.
it was
'cause
a
it's
little
all
complicated.
fucking
I don't
three
think I've
different
ever
things.
given wrong change to someone ever.
I don't think I did.
I
I
either.
always like triple check. Like you were never getting an extra like 5, an extra 1.
All right,
or anything.
I want to tell two stories of mine real quick. I want to talk about like the rudest customer interaction I had,
Mm.
and then I want to talk about like the craziest one.
Oh
I've
my
ever
God,
had
I
in
gotta
my
say
life.
something real quick.
Go ahead.
Some lady once, right? All the old feeble women would get upset when you bag their items heavy because they need to carry it.
Oh,
Yeah.
this idiot. I know you're
And
talking
she
about.
buys a fucking watermelon,
Yeah.
and I put it in a grocery bag, and I double bagged it, courtesy so it doesn't rip.
Yeah.
And I said, "Here you go, ma'am. Here's your fucking watermelon." It was like that and like one other thing she's buying. So I put watermelon and like say like a loaf of bread in 2 separate bags. And she's like, "Oh, this is awful heavy. Can you like make it lighter?" I go, "Unless you want me to cut your watermelon, there's not much I can do." But we do have smaller watermelon, seedless mini ones. And she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll get one of those." And then I walked all the way, put the watermelon back, returned it for her, so gave her the money, and she's like sitting there like all grumpy at the register while I did, and while I
Yeah.
went grocery
I
shopping
feel like if
for
you
her.
can't pick up what you want to eat, you're not allowed to eat it.
I agree. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
guess so. And then I get the small watermelon, put it in a bag, and give it to her, and she like pays because it was like a little cheaper than the actual one.
Yeah.
Takes her change and leaves with like walks out all like looking back at me like all grumpy.
How'd you
like
get
I
it in the
like
cart?
like I fucking grew the watermelon and like did it
Yeah.
all.
What an idiot.
I gotta. This
You
was
just got a watermelon.
this
Complain
is
about
a
the bag
this
being
is a
too heavy,
fast
you
one.
fucking moron.
this
like,
next story is
Let's
fast.
show me to slice and dice it and cut the fucking.
This guy
crust
goes.
off
This guy
and-
went through my lane once with a $5 bill, and he just gives me the 5, and he goes, "Bro, can I have $5 in quarters?" And I said, "I actually don't have enough quarters in my drawer, so you're gonna have to go to the service desk to get quarters, or like I don't know somewhere else."
I hated
'cause
people that did
we
that.
don't have any like we. I said we don't really carry that many quarters here, and then he goes, "What? You're Star Market and you don't have quarters?" And I said,
No, we're not the
You want-
bank.
you wanna know what
buddy.
I said?
Like, get the fuck
I
away.
said, Star Market is a grocery store, not a bank or a laundromat. So I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I was like, I don't know. Like,
I remember the
there's
one time.
nothing I can do for you here.
I remember one time some man who did not speak really well English, really well.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
even speak English either.
really well
He
English.
came up to me and he asked for 4 quarters, but instead of saying that, he was saying dollar coin, like over and over, because he wanted a dollar in coins. Is what
yeah.
he meant is 4 quarters. But he came up to me and he confidently said dollar coin, and so I was like, I literally said, "I'm sorry, I don't have any dollar coins."
Yeah.
I thought he wanted like a Sacagawea dollar coin.
Yeah.
Because also, I know people are going to be like, that's unreasonable. Like, you didn't think quarters first. You have no idea how unbelievable some people's requests were.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
I'll talk
Like,
about
some
an
people wanted, like-
unbelievable request
Yeah, like
after
some people would
this.
get $20 back. Like, oh, can I get all ones? Like, you never know what people are up to. Or like $1 back and all dimes. And he was like, a dollar coin. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have any dollar coins. And this guy,
I just thought of a funny story.
this guy behind him yells at me. He goes, "You know what the fuck he means? He can't speak English well, and you're being rude. You need to accommodate." And he was like freaking out, like had savior
But he thought he
syndrome.
was on fucking.
Yeah,
what
he
would
thought
you
he
do?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is a genuine question. I said,
like, "Sir, I
he
don't
goes,
have
you
a
know what he
dollar
means?
coin."
And I go, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "He wants 4 quarters." And then the guy's like, yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, I can get you 4 quarters." Like,
Nick, I was just
I just
laughing a minute
didn't
ago
know.
because remember, Nick was bagging for me one time, and I was ringing up this guy, and he had a few items, whatever, and Nick's like bagging
remember
it.
this.
And then another guy comes over, like right out, like over my shoulder, kind of. He goes, "Where can I locate the cacao beans?"
No, cacao nibs.
Cacao nibs. And Chris started. I literally went. And Chris looked at him and started dying laughing.
And then I turned to
his
Nick
face.
and like saw Nick's face because he was bagging for me, and I just laughed right in this guy's face.
Oh, it was so
like,
funny.
straight to him. Like, oh, that must. I felt so bad after.
But it's just like to request
All right,
cacao
comes out of
nibs.
nowhere too, like over my shoulder. He's like, "Where can I locate the cacao nibs?"
Like, okay,
And I just
dude.
started dying laughing. I couldn't
This is
do it.
this is by far the craziest story I ever had at Star Market. I hope, and you guys know this one very well.
I know it.
'Cause
I've heard it
this
so
is like,
many times.
This is like a campfire story. Like this is like one of the ones you just tell all the time. Like
I'm
every year.
interested.
Okay,
you know it, dude.
so
I forget.
the guy that works at the deli, the dude. Oh, never mind. I was about to say his name.
Say John.
The dude John. He works at the deli. He's very passionate about his job at the deli. If he messes up, he will take it on the chin. he loves his job at the deli. So if he messes up, he knows he messed up. So some guy ordered 2 lobsters. I think it was 2 or 3. Ordered 2 lobsters, and lobsters you get by weight. So they put them in a grocery bag, and then they put a sticker on it that has the weight of the
amount of lobster.
amount of lobster it is. So you're supposed to take the bag of live lobsters.
I used to get so scared doing the lobsters.
Yeah, me too. You're supposed to take the bag of live lobsters and then scan the barcode on it, and then it's already all the weight is calculated already in the back. So you just got to scan the thing like it's a regular
honestly
item.
essentially the exact same thing as getting like a half pound of cheese or something,
Literally.
but it's a live lobster.
Yeah,
in a bag.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm standing there at my cash register one day, and this dude puts 3 live lobsters on the
You
conveyor
told this
belt.
story last time.
No, I didn't.
He might have.
100%.
I didn't tell this story.
100%.
I know I didn't.
I thought you were getting somewhere else, but you did.
Just say it quick. So if they don't,
I didn't tell. I know I didn't tell the story because I've been waiting to tell this story.
say it quick.
I put the 3 live lobsters on the conveyor belt, or he put the 3 live lobsters on the conveyor belt, and I said, "Sir, you need to get the bag with the weight on it and the whole barcode and everything."
You told this story like 2 weeks ago.
I have not
Yes,
told this
because
story.
then that's what conveyed to this being a podcast episode. Is like you were like, oh, we can tell so many stories. You told this story 2 weeks ago.
I didn't.
Say yes or no, the viewers, and then we can do it in the next one or something.
Yeah, like you should save it. But you said this story.
When I
haven't.
thought I was gonna die.
No, let me say it really quick because I
Just go
don't think
fast.
I'm just spitting on myself now. I don't think I did. So this dude, I go, "You need the bag with the fucking sticker on it," and he goes, "The guy at the deli didn't give me one." And Mr. John over there, the passionate dude about the deli, I know he gave me.
He was
the bag.
like, I gave him a fucking
So
bag.
I go up to him and he goes, "Oh, I gave him lobsters in a bag." And I said, "Okay." So I went back up to the dude and I said, "Where's the bag?" And he goes, "Fine, I'll get it." He runs down the cereal aisle, splits the fucking Frosted Flakes and the Lucky Charms, reaches back, grabs the grocery bag, and then I scan it, and then he puts the lobsters back in the grocery bag and starts leaving the store. I see him walk
Well,
out.
I heard that whole breath.
I see him walk outside, and he takes the live lobsters out of the grocery bag with the weighted sticker on it and puts them in a different bag.
Definitely have said it on the pod.
2 weeks ago. I'm trying to get him through
Definitely
this. 'Cause
has
he
said
said
it on
this
the pod.
2 weeks ago.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
But he ran back into the store and then put the grocery bag right back in between the cereal boxes and closed the gap again.
Yeah.
I think he did say that in a pod. I forgot
2
though.
weeks ago.
What episode?
I don't know, but you said this. You just said
I
this.
do think he did.
100%.
It gets so difficult filming fucking 80 videos a week because then
Yeah,
I
I know.
never remember what I've said before.
Yeah, you 100% told
Because
that
like I was
story.
gonna say this.
See, because
the
I thought
stealing
that
of
you
the
were
pie
talking
one.
about. No, I've told that.
Yeah, you've told that, right?
Last when-
So I was gonna say Nick,
it was
tell
the
them
same
that,
time.
but then different.
Yeah, and
See,
also
it
the
all gets
reason I didn't
combobulated.
interrupt you earlier is because there's another lobster story where the guy just tried to get the lobsters and instead of paying for them, tried to steal it. And the same passionate deli guy was like, "Fuck you, you terrible person!" Like freaking out. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
I remember I was so zoned out one day, like falling asleep. I was tired and I was scanning a lobster and I looked down and saw it and I jumped. Like I leaped. I was so scared.
What is he doing?
He's like going back in the past.
What are you
and
doing?
it. Let me tell you. Figure that out.
I'm
gonna tell
like
them.
so confident that I never said that story.
You,
But it's fine.
Told that story 2 weeks ago.
Whatever.
Whatever. Go ahead. You heard it twice.
Remember when I thought I was gonna die?
Yes. Share.
If you guys don't know what a Brinks truck is, it's the money trucks that like pick up money and drive money through the city for whatever, like the government or something. I don't know. But they went to our Star Market to like empty the ATM or something and like meet with our manager about like just income stuff, I guess.
I don't know.
Manager didn't tell me, and I opened the store alone at 7 in the morning.
Very different.
Whatever, dude. Fucking middle of the night, pretty much. Whatever.
7 a.m.
To me, that's like middle of the night. Like I'm asleep.
What? 7 a.m. in the middle of the night. To
If I go
anyone
to
else?
bed at 3 and I wake up at 1, 7 a.m. is the middle of the night. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Just
10, 11,
speak.
12, 1. Literally the middle of the night.
Okay, fingers.
Whatever.
Calm down.
7 in the morning. I was God beyond exhausted. Like I was like ready to sleep at that fucking register.
Clearly, you thought it was the
And
middle of the night.
This dude comes in with a fucking AK rifle and a bulletproof vest from the Brinks truck and starts striding toward me at rapid speed. So I, being at a cash register full of cash, thought I was gonna die. I thought he was gonna shoot me and steal all the money. So I hid underneath the register and I like got real low and kind of like crawled away and like
That's terrifying.
sweeped into the aisles. And then he's talking to our manager at like a very friendly
Shaking her
fashion.
hand.
And I'm like, did I just do all that for nothing? I don't think anybody ever saw it because it was like no one else in the store that early in the morning. But I was just really confused why my manager didn't let me know someone with like a rifle was gonna come walking through
I
the
feel like
doors.
that's something I definitely notify.
And then he cleaned.
someone.
He like took all the money out the ATM. Or what did he do?
I think he put
more.
money in the ATM.
Yeah, I think he like refilled it and left. And that's it. but I thought I was gonna die. I literally hid at the register.
living in America, like all this shit
I
happening
literally
all the time.
hid.
Like, that's
I
some fucked
ducked
up
down
shit.
and like crawled away. Thought I was, literally thought my life was over.
That's like insane.
Yeah.
Like the more and more I think about that, it's just like day and age. Like look at our fucking
What would
country.
you guys
and all
say?
that right now,
I'm
and it's
gonna-
like
Oh, you were like really saying something nice, and I was gonna just.
that's not
completely
nice.
interrupt
I'm
you.
just
Well, no, like
deep.
you were
I
like,
know
yeah.
what you mean.
Okay, I'm
But
gonna
like, it is
interrupt you.
crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
What would you guys say like working in a service job did to like help you prepare for like what your life is like now?
I will say every single time I don't really go grocery shopping that often, but if I'm ever in like a Target or any type of store that like mimics the job that I had, I will always try to be like nicest and understand that like if someone is like a little bit more rude to me or has like a little bit of edge on, I already know what they've gone through
Or
that
even
day.
if they say something really confusing. Because
Yeah.
I used to always do that. I just get so confused. Like the lady, like some lady would be there, and it's like when you're doing something so long for repetitiveness that you like just fuck up what you're saying. Like I said, like thank you to people that aren't talking. Like I bag their thing and be like thanks, and I'm like
Yeah.
I do the same thing at meet
like
and
even
greets
like
now.
at my photo shoot the other day, this kid was there, and I was like, oh thank you. I said thank you for having me, but like it was my thing that I invited him.
Yeah.
So I was like, he didn't have me anywhere. Like
Yeah,
you
I paid
actually-
for this. I had him here.
Yeah,
I was like, oh thank you for
It is
having me.
crazy. But it's just like, I don't know. It is crazy.
I feel like it. I feel like for me,
I'm just way
I would-
nicer to retail workers.
I feel like it gave me actual work ethic though.
Yes,
and
for
like
sure.
it gave me like a perspective that like not everyone is everyone's in a different positions. Like we've been blessed enough to have like two completely different positions of life
Yeah.
in one life in like legit only a 5-year span.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we've experienced like the lowest of lows and the highest of highs like when it comes to work in 5
I think
years.
everybody needs to be a little bit more lenient and just nicer to retail workers.
It should be
across
for
the board.
everyone.
I agree. I agree. But there are also people that take advantage of like just being an asshole and just
Yeah.
like
My
screaming at
best
people for no
advice
reason,
for people
so-
who work in a grocery store would be like if you see someone stealing, let them do their thing.
Oh, of course.
I did that all the time.
Yeah.
Some guy was so blatantly
Because
stealing
nothing
in
is
front of me.
worth like risking your
Your
life.
What about when
over
that dude
someone
from the
stealing.
deli department or the meat department thought I was like checking his bag?
That was crazy.
You remember this?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
But hold on.
Ridiculous.
how about the
Probably the
dude-
top 10 dumbest shit I've ever experienced in my
Tell
fucking
us.
life.
Have you seen the dude at Best Buy that got fired for like tackling some dude that was stealing like $600
Yeah,
worth
it's
of
never
shit?
worth your job or
Like, come on.
He got arrested and he worked there?
No, he didn't get arrested. He got fired from his job for stopping someone from
Oh
stealing.
yeah, I'm gonna fire you for being the best self-defense
literally.
employee. Like he took that for real.
This
Yeah.
is why I say always let
Anyway.
people steal.
Yeah,
Don't encourage
I
it, but
mean-
if someone's going to, it's not worth. Like you have no idea if someone's stealing. Like
If someone's
especially-
stealing a printer and you like tackle them and they shoot you in the mouth and you die, was it worth
Worth
it?
the
Like,
printer,
that's
yeah.
fuck Best Buy and fuck their lost printer. My life is far more valuable. That's how I looked at it.
that's
like,
my point.
I see people leaving with shit all the time when I worked at the grocery store. I'm like,
Yeah,
not
it's
my
like this person
problem. I
could
don't wanna-
sucker punch me, knock me out. Even worse
fracture
case
my
scenario,
chin and I'll
kill
die or
me.
something. Like literally.
Yeah,
it's
never
not
worth it.
Never.
But go ahead,
Never
tell your
worth
story.
it. What was I saying?
The dude that
meat
worked
guy.
there that thought you were checking
The
his
meat
shit.
guy.
Oh yeah, he puts a grocery bag with like his house keys in it, so it has a little weight to it, and then like his 3 items that he wanted, and I scanned them, and I looked in the bag, like the one with the keys in it, because I wanted to see what was in it before I put his other groceries. Because say he had like his fucking car keys and a T-shirt or something, I'm not gonna throw like his like food on top of it, and I was gonna offer him another bag, but he put the bag on the conveyor belt, so I was assuming he wanted me to bag
Use
it.
that bag
Just
to bag.
simple like grocery store tactics, like when you're there and you're
Yeah,
just
if
like,
someone
oh,
gives you a bag, you
you
put their
probably
groceries
bag
in
it.
that
but
bag.
I wanted to check it first. I didn't want to like crush anything.
And it wasn't like he had like a bag that he brought. He was using a Star Market
It was a
bag
Star Market
for his
logoed
stuff.
bag. And for all I know, you could have like a loaf of bread, and I was like gonna crush it by
Yeah.
putting something in it. So I just checked it for first, and then I put the rest of the stuff in. I was like, oh, like have a good day, whatever. Like see you later. 'Cause he worked with us, and he went up to the boss and was like, oh, like he's checking my bag to make sure I'm not stealing. Like it's fucked up and shit. Like he needs to stop being so nosy and looking through people's stuff. Like you put the bag up here, you fucking idiot. Like I didn't do shit.
Literal fucking buffoon,
Buffoon,
moron.
like stupid motherfucker, like dumb as shit.
trying to start beef with for no reason.
And I'm like, dude, to be honest, I don't give a fuck about what's in your bag.
correct.
It could have been like it could have been $1 million from the fucking back register, and I would have like been proud of you.
Literally.
Like I don't.
Do you want to
Also, go ahead.
tell the story about the power going out on our shift? that one time?
Don't remember it.
What?
You do. I'm gonna. Okay,
I
I'm
do
gonna.
not remember it.
So me, Chris, and then 2 other dudes were working one night, and
The gang.
yeah, it was like the normal night shift, and some dude at the deli, and the power goes out in the entire Star Market, every single light. And the second the power went out, we heard a loud bang in the deli.
I do remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we heard a loud bang in the deli, and we were just like so like
Concerned.
concerned for the dude that worked at the deli because he was back there alone, and then
And it was like
us
he
four up
was
front.
relatively new.
Yeah, and it was
And
like
there's like a lot of blades and
yeah,
shit
yeah.
in the deli.
And
like,
the power went out, so you can't see anything, so we don't know what happened. But it's 9:45, and the store closes at 10, so there was like no one in the store. So the power only went out for like 15 seconds and then turned back on. And me, Chris, and then the 2 dudes in the front like ran to the back of the store to check on the dude because we were like, he just like something
I
happened.
was
he
also
fell.
there, just putting that under.
Oh, were you in
service desk?
Service desk? Okay.
No, cashiering.
Really?
All 3 of us weren't cashiering.
I 100% was.
Oh,
But
maybe one of us like.
night at like 10, there was like one fucking register.
No,
open.
I think
Anyway.
actually I might have been waiting.
I know.
for you
Yeah, I
guys.
think he
Correct.
came to pick us up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we all go to the back, and bro just dropped his phone, and he had a Samsung, so the battery comes.
It was
out.
like 90 different pieces.
yeah,
like,
the battery.
but it was
comes
all
out in the
reassembling.
back.
Like,
So
like
we
Lego.
spent like the last 15 minutes of our shift just looking for this dude's phone battery, like under.
dude,
the
I
deli
loved
and stuff.
regulars. Like a good regular.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh my
hated
God.
regulars. I hated regulars. You learn to hate regulars when you work at the
Or
service
love
desk.
them.
Because the regulars at the service desk, yeah, or love them. Really weird. This one guy used to go there and play the lottery and then get mad at me if he were to lose. So he'd play a fucking game of chance, literally the lottery. People refer to it all the time as like the game of chance.
The one and only.
And he'd lose and be like, "Oh, you're fucking telling me losing tickets. You're losing me. I'm losing this." And he,
the only thing that buddy's
you're
losing
losing
is
your
his
fucking
mind.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he
Holy shit.
he used to buy like 50 tickets at a time. But then there was this one nice regular woman, and she'd come in and she would buy scratch tickets, like always buy me one, and like, oh, I'd have a chance to win, whatever. But with that being said, same guy. Oh, not what I was gonna say. There's like this like lottery courtesy. And
Oh
it's like if
yes.
someone is
You
playing
don't-
a ticket,
Yeah,
you'd say you're there and you're gambling your life away and you're buying like all like
all the number 2s.
all number 2s or something. Yeah. If you buy like, oh, I want 5 number 2s, and then you lose those, and then you go, oh, I want 2 more number 2s, and then you're playing those, and someone comes up and knows, and they're like, oh, can I get 4 number 2s? And if they keep
That's
losing,
fucked up.
It's
they lose their mind.
will
Because
freak
like
out.
if they've lost like the 8 they've already lost, they really think that those ones are winners. So it's like if you interrupt someone buying
Like their
lottery
streak.
tickets the same number,
Yeah.
they will kill you.
They'll
Yeah.
like be so upset.
It's very terrifying.
That's
firsthand.
wild.
Mhm.
I was
Um,
gonna say something, but I forget.
That's good.
Damn it.
Oh, the regular dude that came in once a month with his camper backpack and would just buy a bunch of canned goods.
Like literally apocalypse ready, because he would
Yeah.
just get non-perishable foods for like
like
life.
3 months at
Like
a
it
time.
was always like the like 2 for 1s and like the 3 for 6, and he would just get like
he was a
all
couponer
these-
for sure.
He would get all these deals to accumulate as many items as he could that like wouldn't go bad.
insane.
And he had this big ass backpack, like bigger than him, and he would fill it up to like the top.
bigger
side.
than life.
I would
that
always ask
backpack.
to help him bag, and then he was like,
Like,
"No,
"No,
I got it."
And then he'd bike home with like 700
With like
pounds
90,
of
it looks like a
beans.
cartoon. Like
Yeah,
literally,
literally.
when they
That
get on
is
the bike and their
crazy.
whole house.
Have you
is
seen the
in
meme
thing.
of the kid and he's got like the huge backpack?
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
yeah,
it looks like.
literally, and he would just bike home with that fucking tremendous bag of canned goods.
7-foot woman that had the Chihuahua.
Oh yeah.
She gave you a hand sanitizer once. Remember that?
When COVID started, this woman came up to me. She was like legit a 7-foot woman, and I'm not saying that in a rude way. She was legit like 7 feet, and
But
she,
she
had a
owned, like, a Chihuahua,
and the
like, this
Chihuahua
big.
leash was only like 3 feet long.
So she'd always have, like, a
be
hunchback.
hanging
Yeah.
her Chihuahua,
Or, like,
it-
hunchback.
Its front 2 feet would always be like this close to the ground. I'd be like, that poor thing. But she like gave me hand sanitizer when COVID first started, as if it was like she was dealing me drugs. She was like, for you to protect yourself. I thought it was like an amulet or something. I'm like, this better. Also, when COVID started, people were doing whatever they could to like have some sort of mask before they like
I remember I
sold
was
masks
never touching
everywhere.
a mask.
This person,
I told my boss I'd quit before putting a mask on, but
That's crazy.
But that's before COVID was like a
I know.
yeah, that was
established
before it was like a
disease.
Trumpy thing to like not wear masks.
Yeah, that was when like you looked goofy because you're like one out of a million people to have a
yeah,
mask
like
on.
very few people were wearing masks. It was before
She's like,
masks.
why don't you
were,
wear
like,
one?
very
I go,
normal.
I would quit before putting a mask on.
No, but this
And then,
guy,
like a week later, I
people-
had it.
some people
You're
were like
wearing it.
making masks because they didn't sell them yet. And this family came in like those Party City outfits, like the green, purple,
The full green
like,
suit.
full
I remember
blown,
that.
like, yes.
I remember that.
Yes,
No
I was like,
fucking
you
way.
can see
breathe through
and
them.
breathe right through that. And
Dude,
then
those
this
make me
family
so
came in looking like the
uncomfortable.
fucking full covered Wiggles. I was like,
No
what is
Yeah, it
fucking
was
way? I'm
insane.
dead serious. Purple, green, yellow, and pink.
No, was
in
it
the
like
store.
a kid? Like one was small?
Oh,
Yes,
there was a kid in
they're
green.
of all sizes.
Oh my god!
This
Yeah.
family came in dressed up as literally the full covered Wiggles.
Dude,
That's insane.
It was insane.
Dude,
I remember that.
when people would just drop a gallon of milk, and I would always clean it. Whenever
when Matt had to clean,
no,
when
I
Matt
gotta
had
say-
to clean piss.
I gotta say this. Okay, I'm working the service desk one day. No, because that just opened a fucking memory in my head. I was working the service desk one day, and some guy goes up to me at the service desk, and he goes, "Are you the right place to go if there's an accident?" And I said, "What kind of accident?" He goes, "A 9-year-old little girl accident." I said, "What do you mean? In what aisle?" He goes, "My daughter pissed herself. Aisle 8."
But she was in the cart when she
She
peed
was-
herself.
you
and
know the
he
carts-
kept,
No,
he kept pushing
you know
the
carts.
cart.
You know the carts that have like
the car,
the
truck,
car in
the
the
truck,
front of it,
like the little baby
She was
ones.
sitting in the one with the car in front of it. So there's just like
Not only did-
9-year-old accident. Hold on.
9.
Not
we can't
only
skip
nine.
over that.
Not
9-year-olds
only,
don't
not
mess
only
themselves
did
like
she
that.
create a puddle
Or
of piss in the car, but
The
he kept
whole,
pushing the
like,
cart, so
street
there was
of
a
the
pile
aisle.
of piss the whole aisle.
I spent an hour out of my 6-hour shift that day cleaning piss with gloves and paper towels and spray. And you want to know what? I got called up through the intercom to the manager's office after. $5 gift card.
Don't give me anything.
I said,
if
I
you're
don't
giving
want
me a
your
$5 gift card.
I want fucking a foot rub and a $25 gift card.
bare minimum for touching piss is like $20. Have
Like,
to
you're
be.
telling me I get
That's like a dare. Like, oh, if a
$5
little
gift
girl
card.
pissed her whole self.
You
like,
basically
walking down the
bought my
aisle, how
lunch
much?
today. Thanks.
$5 lunch.
Basically,
Where are you shopping?
I don't know.
$5 lunch is a deal.
My lunch was bread and Mountain Dew when I was
That is
working
true.
there,
I used to
so-
eat so unhealthy.
It's
there.
terrible.
I eat probably just a little bit healthier
But
than
the
I
manager,
did then.
the manager,
But that was really
that,
unhealthy.
the manager that was the lady was really cool. The guy was a.
I wouldn't say she was really cool.
She was all right.
wasn't
I
really-
used to go to her
She was
office.
just getting pregnant all the time, so we always had like a different manager because she was
I
just
used to
always
go to her
out.
office and pretend to care about her life so that I could like get away from
That's
work.
so
Like,
fucked up.
if
That
I,
is crazy.
well, it was like not
Oh,
pretend
no,
to care, but
remember-
I'd exaggerate the care. Like if I was
No.
in the service desk, she'd call me up there.
They're
and I'd just
all
be
gonna
eating my
watch
lunch
this there.
I don't care. They can watch it.
Yeah, but I can't go back.
I don't even think she works there, but she used to
Dude,
get.
I
she
liked
used
her.
to get super
She was
carried.
cool.
She used to get super carried away with like telling me stories if I went on lunch or like her kids. And this and
Yeah.
that, and I'd be like, "Wow, like tell me more," and I just wouldn't go back to work for like legit an hour.
Remember?
But she was really
I
cool.
hated the people that would take like a hour break and they have like a
Yeah,
15
But
minute.
she was really
Dude.
cool, and she helped me out when I passed out once. I passed out, my knees buckled while I was
I
trying
remember
to
that.
go out. Yeah.
I think it was also what was I gonna say? It was cool when that manager.
Oh my
She
god.
let us play. She had Chris playing Astro World over the PA system, and he was driving around in the handicap cart while me and Nick were closing.
You used to just drive that cart around everywhere.
Yeah, because they would like people that were actually handicapped that needed it would take it outside and then not bring it back because like
they're handicapped.
they're handicapped.
Yeah.
So then I'd have to go out into the lot.
and
And
then you might as well take it for the joyride. Well,
I would
yeah.
always like when it was late at night, I'd just drive it around the store and
Yeah, I
shit.
have so many videos.
Yeah.
So many videos.
Such good memories. After this podcast gets posted, we should just flood our TikTok with like grocery store memories.
I'm so down. I have so many.
I don't think I have.
I
that
have
many.
a ridiculous
Oh my
amount.
god! I actually have one.
Do you remember the produce lady's
There was
grandkids
one-
that work there?
Yes, I do.
literally stop
There
speaking.
was,
I can't.
there was one dude that worked with us, and he was from. Where was he from? Haiti?
No. No.
Zimbabwe?
No.
I don't know. One of the two.
No, no, no.
No, I think he was from Haiti.
I think it was-
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Okay.
100%.
He was. So he only. What's the language? I don't want to.
Ethiopian,
Is it?
I think.
I buy it.
I'm with it. So he
think so.
only spoke that language, and he was straight from there, like he from America.
Yeah,
there.
hadn't seen
got his
snow,
job.
couldn't speak English.
So
he was
like,
the
we
fucking
witnessed-
best.
We witnessed snow with him
He
for
was
the
the
first time,
fucking
and like
best.
we all taught him a new English word every day.
he used
and-
to always want to learn curse words.
It was
Yeah.
so.
It was so
just.
funny.
He was just so fun to be around, and like there was one time where we just like all like there was nobody in the store because it was like a blizzard,
Yeah.
and it was his first time seeing snow.
It's so
we all
heartwarming.
just went outside and had like a snowball fight with him for like the
Dude,
first
the
time.
memories is like, it's like, and the thing about
I have
Star
like that on
Market,
video, and it's just like it's so
we
beautiful.
made him his first
The thing about
snowman.
Star Market
We did.
and like grocery stores and working at such a small place,
You
is, like
become like a little family.
you really do, because it's like a bunch of wackos that like you wouldn't normally be friends with.
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
everyone's just bound to be
yes,
together.
there's
Like,
a great crew
Like I
of
was friends with
people.
like a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a fucking like 80-year-old, and we're all
Yeah.
just like chilling.
Yeah.
out.
But,
And
like,
I was like in
Dude,
high school.
that one night shift crew that was me, you, and those two other dudes. We were like,
That was so
that one
awesome.
was so lit. And you at the service desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Well,
God.
I feel like I have enough stories to talk about this for another 2 hours if we could. So if you guys are really interested in seeing another Star Market podcast, we can absolutely do that because we can.
But
think
down
of
the
more
line.
stories
You
and
think
stuff.
we have
Yeah.
more? Way down the line.
Yeah, we can't do it right now because we just did this, but I feel like we had enough.
We have enough
All right,
content
so,
to talk about
Hold on,
more.
Chris. We have a couple fun facts that I ripped off the bottom of your page. That
Oh, yeah, I was
I'm gonna
wondering
read you, and I
Why
want
my page was ripped.
yeah, and I want to read them to you, and I want to see if you can guess.
Yeah, me and Matt got these together, so you're the only
Okay.
one who doesn't know.
On an average sale per customer,
Yeah.
how much money do you think they're spending per transaction?
Per transaction, like
so like
for
one
a-
Every
person through the line.
transaction of the day, what do you think the average total would be?
Oh wow! See, there's a
Because if
lot
you
of
get
people
one, there's
that get
something
a
like that.
cart, like 3 carts full, and then there's
Yeah.
people that get like 5 items. I'm gonna go with like $80.
$38.
That's it. Average?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think how many people go in there and get like 3 things.
You're so correct.
Yeah.
I highballed the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, how many percent?
No, what
What
percent of
U.S.
US
adults go grocery shopping once a week?
U.S. adults that go grocery shopping once a week.
What's the percentage?
I always forget because like we don't grocery shop.
What's the percentage of adults that go grocery shopping once a week?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut half the percent because what?
Just go.
Some percent.
Because like
back
if
on
it's a
there.
couple, only one of them's gonna go grocery shopping. You know, there's no needs for like
Unless a lot of couples go together.
that is true.
It's just adults that go grocery shopping once a week.
Yeah.
Out of in the U.S.
In the US,
US.
what is the percentage of adults that go grocery shopping at least once a week?
the percent of what though?
The percent of
Of-
adults that go
go
to
grocery
the grocery
shopping
store
once
once
a
a
week.
week in the US.
90%.
82.
Okay. What is the average amount of people working on the floor at a grocery store?
Florida grocery store.
Like on like
Oh,
or-
floor of the. I thought you said Florida.
like average people working or no, sorry. Average people on the clock.
9.
No. Average people on the clock.
on the clock.
On the clock. I said it wrong.
Think of some big grocery stores like Wegmans. We were a small
Hold
one.
on. Shh.
Well, kid's really calculating. He's carrying the one
Yeah,
in
he's
his
like
head right now.
flowers, deli.
25.
32.
Damn.
All right, I'm
Not
gonna ask
bad.
that was a
Matt.
good. That was a good guess.
That was a good guess.
How many people are employed at grocery stores in the grocery stores industry in 2023? What would you say the average amount of employees worldwide? I mean, not worldwide, U.S.
Is my
probably.
answer here a percent or am I just saying a big number?
Big
big
number.
number?
4 million.
1.43 million.
Damn.
Maybe it's just the U.S. I don't know where we got these stats.
Yeah, that one.
Guys,
was
whenever we
Google.
do stats at the end, they could literally be wrong. but
Yeah,
they're
we get
fine.
them all from Google. So
What was I gonna
Google's
say?
always right.
Oh, Chris, what would you?
So
what,
with TikTok news.
Matt and Chris, what are one sentence? What?
Everything you see on the internet is right.
Yeah.
Imagine if this is the world we live in.
What is one sentence you guys would use to describe your life off camera based off what we talked about this week?
Hardworking.
be nice. Oh,
I'd say perspective.
that's a good one. What about half pound of cheese?
Yes, half pound of American cheese.
I want
One.
half
pound of cheese.
One.
I'd
Those in the
say I need
bread
to go to.
rolls.
I'd say my sentence of the week is I need to hit up a Hooters again.
Let's
They have
go.
some really good tater
Woo!
tots.
The actual last place I want to be is a Hooters.
I agree.
Dude, yeah, it's just embarrassing because we're like people of the public eye. So if
Yeah.
like, I get caught up at a Hooters, I think I'd rather kill myself.
Let's go to Hooters.
I can't say that.
Okay.
Sorry, I need to cut that out of my vocab. But yeah, that has been this week. I'm super excited for next week. I'm super excited for everything. We're going on tour soon. We have merch soon, so keep your eyes open.
And
Follow
keep your eyes
Cut the Camera
open.
podcast on every single platform and follow all
and
three
keep
of
your eyes
us.
open for my Star Market meetup.
That's never happened.
And keep your eyes open for all of our individual projects.
Yay! Bye.